Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to check out a Toyota we don't see on the channel a lot anymore because frankly, this Toyota dealership, which is a pretty heavy volume dealer, only gets 2 or 3 of these a month and they're already sold before they get here. So here we go. First time out this year, we got a 2026 Toyota Highlander XLE all-wheel drive. Ruby flare paint is the color. Black Softex interior. So you can let me know if you're looking for a midsize 3-row SUV. This one holds 7. Do you go with the turbocharged inline 4 of the Highlander, or do you want to go V6 action and let's say go over to maybe the Nissan Pathfinder or the newly redesigned 26 Hyundai Palisade or Kia Telluride? You can let me know as we go through this vehicle. So let's dig in. The front end of this 26 Highlander XLE in the Ruby Flare. Front grille action, what we come across, we have a full spread of LED lighting except for the turn signals, but including the fog lamps, chrome trim or brushed aluminum trim around the gloss black upper part of the grille, flat black down below, Toyota badge right in the middle. Now as we come around to the wheel and tire package on the Highlander XLE all-wheel drive, it's an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Toyota badge on the center cap. Wheels are wrapped in Michelin all-season tires, 235 on the width, a 65 series sidewall 18s, all 4 corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the Ruby Flare. We do have some flat black around the wheel wells, and then we have some brushed aluminum around the bottom of the windows. As we come in closer, we're going to go with a color match side view mirror cap, LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, up top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, aluminum roof rails, standard roof, sunroof I mean, and then over the back, the roof spoiler coming off the back, the wiper down below on the glass, LED tail lights, standard bulbs for turn signals, Toyota badge in the middle, Highlander on the left, XLE all-wheel drive on the right, flat black on the rear bumper, exhaust is tucked up underneath of the vehicle. Under the hood of this 26 Highlander XLE all-wheel drive is Toyota's 2.4-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds, MPGs 21 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 24 combined. We're at the back left quarter panel of the Highlander at the fuel filler door, and we have a 17.8 gallon gas tank in the XLE all-wheel drive Highlander. Toyota does use a gas cap, so there's no capless fuel technology. And as you can see, as far as additives go, up to E15 gasoline only, no E20, no E85. Minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, 26 Highlander XLE all-wheel drive, $45,270. This vehicle's got some options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,495 from Toyota's Princeton, Indiana assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $48,778. So let's check out the interior. Before we get to the door panel, the parts content, here we go. 65% of the parts US and Canada, 20% Japan, final assembly Princeton, Indiana, engine parts United States, transmission parts United States. Now, front door panel, all black. We do have the soft touch material across the top, then smooth flat black trim into the brushed aluminum door handle, soft armrest with the stitching, some brushed aluminum and flat black on the switch gear. We don't have power fold mirrors in the XLE. Here is a nice large door pocket moving into the foot box, large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Seating wise, we have power seat with lumbar for the driver, power seat without lumbar front passenger. Seating, black Softex interior. Bolstering feels soft, a bit of an insert design, try to dress it up a little. Headrests feel soft. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, up onto the dash. Soft touch, the graphite or dark gray plastic trim into the heat and air vent. Then we do have an area to lie your phone, but it's not rubberized, so things may slide around. More of the soft text material. Then down further, we do have a nice large glove box, and it is a locking glove box. Now, coming on over, 8-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in nav through a subscription service only. Music, there you go. Sirius XM, HD AM FM radio, connect your phone via Bluetooth. There are your vehicle settings, your general settings, user profile, Bluetooth your devices, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, some vehicle customization here for your lights, your door controls, and the climate. My apologies for the strobing. This is how the camera lens picks up this system. And then we're back to the beginning. So fairly simple, volume knob right here. We go to reverse, and we do have the old backup camera we see in the Corollas. It's still here in the Highlander for 26. Why, Toyota? Why? Please, we need to update this. It looks ridiculous. Down further, we do have separate controls for your HVAC, which I do like. We have dual climate. We also have your 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. So that's nice. Windshield wiper de-icer on or off right here, max defrost. So they got all of that set up for you. And of course, you can sync everything together, including the rear climate. Down further, 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, push button start, wireless charging pad, a separate spot to slide your phone in case you don't need to charge it, but it's not rubberized, so things may slide around a bit. And then we have 3 USBs and a 12 volt. And then we have the leather gator to go through this 8-speed automatic transmission. Flat black instead of gloss black here, which I like. 2 cup holders with a trim ring. Toyota key fob is right here. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, Toyota badge down below. And then we have a whole bunch of action here. So here's all the drive modes. We'll check those out when we go through the dash. And then we also have electric brake, auto vehicle hold, hill descent control. That's the snow mode, traction control off. And then we have a fairly firm armrest. We slide it open, a removable tray, and then down further, more storage with, as you can see in here, another 12 volt. Toyota steering wheel, leather wrap wheel with cross stitch, 10 and 2 notches, brushed aluminum to dress the wheel up, as well as your chrome Toyota badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel. But I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this Highlander. It's a nice open and airy passenger cabin. Flat black on the switchgear on the left, telephone voice commands, volume, and then the controls for the digital portion of your dash. On the right side, modes for your infotainment system, seek for your music, and then you have your adaptive cruise. No paddles. On the left stalk, headlights, fog lamps, turn signals, and high beams. And then on the right side, front and rear wiper. Over here on the left, up top, bright and dim the dash, trip odometer reset. And then in here, you have your adaptive high beams on or on, engine auto stop start on or off, pop the tailgate, and way down low on the right side is where you pop your fuel filler door. On the left side is where you pop the hood. So don't confuse the two. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have the analog digital combo, right? Analog gauges left and right, 7-inch digital display in the center. Let's check out the drive modes. We have sport, we have normal, we have eco, everything just coming up on the upper left of the digital portion of your dash. As you can see, it says eco now, then it says nothing for normal. Now it says sport in green. So that's all she wrote. Now, if you want mud and sand, you can hit that and you actually get a change on the dash. Then, if you don't want that, you can go back to normal, back to the beginning. Then you can hit rock and dirt, and you have a change on the dash. Or you can go back to normal, and you can go to your snow mode. But again, it just pops up snow on the top left, and that's it. If you want extra information, you can go up and down. And then when you get to the section you want, you can go left to right to get additional information that you may want to see. Overhead console, we have a spot for our sunglasses right here with a little mirror to see all the way into the back, and an SOS button in case of an emergency on the road. If you want your non-LED lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button here remains in the center on door. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting dims out, but it should be LED at almost 50 grand. And then we have the controls for our roof. So the shade is manual, so you can slide that back. And then the left side is going to be to open it. One touch open, wind buffer comes up, roof goes back, one touch closed. The right side will be the tilt. You can tilt up or you can close it back up. And then you can bring the shade back with your hand. We have a framed rear view mirror with HomeLink and auto dim, dash cam, which is an extra option. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. Should be LED too. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Before we get into the mid-row of this Highlander, the rear door panel, all black, same kind of vibe. We do have security shades on each back door. I do like that. Hard plastic all the way down till you get to the soft insert and the armrest. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in. We do have a flat roof. No problem getting in. No need to duck. Probably 6'1" and taller you'll have to duck. Once I'm in at 5'11", plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. The soft hex all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. We have rear climate, and back here we have two USB-Cs for connectivity in the mid-row. And then the mid-row captain's chairs, same black soft hex material with the insert design, nice and soft, armrests. A little skinny, could be a little thicker, but they don't ratchet, so that's good. Then in the center, a couple of cup holders and an area down here that's rubberized to put your phone. But overall, here in the mid-row captain's chairs, quite comfortable in this Highlander. And I have lighting in the back here, should be LED, and I have heat and air vents in the roof all the way around on this Highlander. Getting into row number 3, well, there is a lever on the seat back of the captain's chair. You just pull that and it comes forward and you can push the seat all the way up. Now you can jump right into row number 3. So in we go. And again, we have the black soft hex on row number 3. No insert design, but at least it's soft. And then we sit on in here. We do have a couple of cup holders right there. On the left side, we have another couple of cup holders, but what is conspicuously absent? We don't have connectivity in the third row here. So I'm going to have to reach forward and use the connectivity up front with my long wire if I have to. Now, if I slide behind this seat, my knees are a bit high. My head is almost hitting the roof. So I could be back here as a full-size adult, but I prefer to be smaller back here for sure. And I do have the emergency exit button right here. So if I'm back here all by myself, I can pull this up, push the seat forward with my foot, and let myself out. Getting into the cargo area of this Highlander, well, it's a power lift gate. You can pop from the key fob, pop from the dash. You have a hands-free option, or you can come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now with all rows up, 16 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Highlander. We do have the seat back protection, as you can see, and the cargo protection, which is an option in here. And then underneath here, we do have more storage, as you can see, with some tools. And underneath the vehicle, in behind the tow hitch, is where you're going to have that spare tire. So there she is. So thank you, Toyota, for the spare. And here in the back, we do have a cubby over here. You want to store some extra things. We pop that up. Look at that. It's deep down there for some secret action. Too bad you can't lock it. That'd be a nice little mini safe if you could lock that. And then get that third row down, no problem. There's the seat back. You just hit it. And the headrest will fold as it starts going down. And now, with the third row down, you're looking at 48.4 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of Highlander. However, there's no releases in the cargo area for the mid-row captain's chairs, so you have to put those down going around to each door, but it is a two-handed job, so I'll be back with you in a second, show you how that's done. All right, so we are at the captain's chair, and we have two levers here. The first one will allow you to slide the mid-row captain's chair frontwards and backwards, so that's a good deal. Now, to get this flat, you have to lift up the second one, which is marked number 2, and then at the same time, the lever that we used on the seat back, to move it forward to get in the third row, you hold that up and the seat will come down flat. Just like that. We'll do the other side off camera and then I'll meet you at the back of the vehicle. And now with the third row and mid-row captain's chairs folded flat, you have 84.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of Highlander. Window sticker time, here we go. Toyota Highlander XLE 2026 Ruby Flare Pearl. Urban safety rating is not done yet. Fuel economy estimates. Standard equipment. Toyota Safety Sense 2.5. Options. There we go. The paint, Sirius XM, dash cam, whole bunch of stuff. Let me know if you would take that or not. Total vehicle MSRP 48,778. Almost 50 grand for an XLE. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 26 Highlander XLE all-wheel drive, and the seats, I do like the seats. The Softex is really soft. Seats feel really comfortable, so I really like how they have these set up in the headrest and are in a great position, and so are my arms. So I'm in a very comfortable position seated behind the wheel in the Highlander. So good ergonomics as far as the setup behind the wheel goes. So I do like that. Now we have good visibility out of all the glass, including the rear view mirror, nice size side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, LED headlights, and up top, LED taillights in the back. And we have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 in here still, not 3.0. All right, we're going to come up here and go over the wooden bridge, see how the suspension feels. Here we go. Feels good. Took it really well. Minimized any kind of vibration in here from that. Good suspension damping, good chassis, feels good. So I do like that. Don't have any vibrations really into the passenger cabin from the chassis. And it really took those bumps well. So they really have it set up well. No doubt about it. Right? And you got the smaller screen, the 8-inch screen. Let me know if you need something bigger or not. That's fine with me. I don't need a huge screen, but I do need a better backup camera. This is ridiculous backup camera that's in this thing. It's ancient. And this is a 26, so they got to get on a stick. I do like that we have the separate HVAC controls. We have heated seats. We have wireless charging pad, USB-C connectivity, some 12 volts, but we need to have USB-C connectivity in row number 3. It's behind the times there too. And brakes feel good. Now we take off. .265 on the horses, 310 on the torque. The 8-speed shifts smoothly. Obviously, a lot of people miss the V6 in the Highlander, as do I. But this isn't bad. It isn't bad, and a lot of them are going to turbo 4s, but for me personally, I'd rather have a V6. Let me know what you think. I think it's possible now with the changes that the feds have made to the emissions regulations and CAFE standards. They might be able to slip a V6 back in here. That'd be nice. But it rides well, it handles well. Steering's light, but it is direct, so that's good. And it's just an easy vehicle to drive. Highlander always has been, but again, no redesign for 26. 18.7 foot turning radius, piece of cake. But with all the major redesign going into RAV4 for 26, doesn't surprise me Highlander remains the same. So anyway, we're going to move the gear stick to the left, put it in manual mode. We'll shift this into sport, and we'll shift with the gear shift. Look, we have a 6-speed manual. Here we go. And you get a little bit more throttle response, but the shifts are really good. And there's no delay. Like we saw with that Lincoln Corsair, and there was a big delay when you used the manual mode. This one doesn't have that kind of delay. It's much better. And we'll go back to normal. But you let me know. I think you know what, it's still good, but it's 50 grand. Right, 48, once you add in tax, title, licenses, you're at 50 grand. And that's a lot of money for an XLE. It really is. Good solid vehicle though. Highlander always been a good solid vehicle. I think this Turbo 4 and the 8-speed, I think it's been fairly reliable. Haven't heard any horror stories out of it like we've had from the iForce family of engines. And you can still get a hybrid in the Highlander if you want better MPGs rather than 24 miles to the gallon. Average out of the gas-only one, but the gas-only one is going to save you money. So you do have some choices with the Highlander, but you let me know what you would do. 2026 unchanged Highlander gas, would you go this route, or would you go with the redesigned Hyundai Palisade that's already out with the V6 power plant, even albeit a smaller V6, or the upcoming 26 Telluride with their redesign, or the upcoming Nissan Pathfinder with its 26 redesign, which is upcoming, all of them with V6 power plants. You let me know what you would do, put it in the comments, but I will put the Palisade limited review I did at the end of this one in case you want to compare them. But I do want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Toyota Highlander XLE all-wheel drive in ruby flare paint for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also drop a comment, give it some hype points, get it up in the rankings, help with the algorithm. I'd appreciate it. And as always, please consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.